Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
We're at Steve's house where Steve has been busy cooking.
Yes, I have.
And that's for another episode though. So we're doing, since we have trouble getting together to do episodes nowadays, we're doing 2 episodes in one day. So
It's a twofer.
yes. What we're going to talk about today is a wheat beer that I have made.
I've heard about this.
And it's not an ordinary wheat beer. Because traditionally when you make a wheat beer, it's not all wheat.
Right.
It's say half wheat and half barley, or 60% wheat,
Yeah.
40% barley. Because wheat tends to have the propensity to stick in the mash tun and get all globby and you can't get the word out.
Is that the only reason?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Because I was talking to Stan Hieronymus, the author of Brewing with Wheat, I believe. Check Basic Brewing Radio a couple episodes ago. And I asked him, I said, kind of off the cuff, so you can't brew a beer with 100% wheat, right? And he said, well, actually, you can. I guess wheat does have enough diastatic power, enough enzyme power to convert starches to sugars so you can brew. So, one way to prevent the mash tun from sticking is to,
Use rice hulls.
right,
That's my way. What's your way?
get rid of the mash tun altogether.
Oh,
A trick question.
total trick question. Now I know the answer.
So,
Brew in the bag.
I did a brew in the bag batch with, I'm on a theme here, and I swear I'm not going to stay with brew in the bag every episode or every brew.
But you're just enamored of it at the moment.
I'm just playing with it.
It's a
at this
passing
point.
fancy.
Maybe. But, so what I did was I put the bag in the brew pot with 3.5 gallons of water at 111 degrees Fahrenheit. And I put 5 pounds of malted wheat in there. Nothing else.
Right.
This is for a 4-gallon batch, by the way. I brought the mash up to 114 degrees Fahrenheit. I rested that for 25 minutes. Then, after that 25 minutes, I took out a decoction, a small decoction. You can do up to 40%, according to Stan's book. Brought that decoction up to 157 degrees for 15 minutes, and then boiled it for 20 minutes. At the end of that, I put it back in to the main mash tun, and then the main mash at that point was 120 degrees. I brought it up to 147 degrees for 20 minutes, and then up to 158 for 30 minutes, and then brought it up to 169 degrees for a mash out, and then took out the bag. So no stuck mash tun, because there's no mash tun. And at that point, I started the boil, and I boiled it with half an ounce of Czech Sats for 90 minutes, a quarter of an ounce of Czech Sats for 60 minutes, and then 0.3 ounces for 15 minutes. And then I pitched White Lab's 550 Belgian ale yeast. That's not the end of the story.
I hope not.
After it fermented, or got up to speed and started fermenting, I followed Stan's advice again, and I skimmed the kreuzen off the top of the beer as it was in the bucket, which is why I used a bucket. So skimming the kreuzen, which is what they do in Germany with the Hefeweizens over there, it makes the beer smoother because a lot of bitterness comes out in that foam. So I used a sanitized scraper thingy and scraped it out 3 times. And what we have is a beer. Started out at, I added some water to bring it up to 4 gallons. So I started off at 1041, which is pretty low gravity. So the ABV, alcohol by volume, is 4.3%. So just a small little beer. And what I'm going to do is, since we're pouring for 2 here, I'm going to gently rouse the yeast up, and we'll see what we think of this beer. Hopefully it won't spray everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that was just a sweet little bit of springtime.
Here it comes. It's coming out a little bit.
So this is my first time drinking a 100% wheat beer.
Well, this was my first time as well. How would you describe the appearance?
Very pale, very straw yellow, really pretty, very effervescent, pretty good sized bubbles.
I carbonated it quite a bit. I primed it with quite a bit. Oh, and I gave you a better pour than me.
Yeah, you did. It's got a great head on it. Really, I don't know, yeah, rocky almost. I mean, it's really remarkable.
Well, you know, wheat is said to help with head retention and building of the head, so. What do you think?
I think it's good. It's very light. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit tart, which is what they say about me. Yeah.
I get a little bit of banana, and I tried to warm up my little fermentation room a bit to bring out some of the banana characters of this Belgian ale yeast.
I do get the banana. I think I'm struck mostly by the how effervescent it is, and how clean and light and refreshing it is. It's a very refreshing beer, to be sure.
It's a perfect summer beer.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
Yet it still has a fair amount of body to it for such a low gravity beer, such a low alcohol beer.
Yeah, actually, that's right. I wouldn't want to infer that it was just weak and watery. That wasn't what I meant at all. But yeah, well, it's a nice beer. So, anything special about the brewing other than obviously you've described it, but any pitfalls that you could warn someone about if they're going to do this, like me?
No, actually, I mean, I don't know that I would try it in a mash tun because of the fear of sticking your mash.
So this is a time when brewing the bag really is the optimum or optimal way of brewing.
And I figured the way I roughly figured my efficiency, and it was like 95%.
Whew.
Of course, I ran the wheat through the mill twice.
Wow.
And you don't have to be afraid of you don't have to be afraid of sticking your mash tun because of too aggressive milling because there is no mash tun. So there you go, 100% wheat.
Do you have a slice of lemon? Oh. Or worse, an orange slice?
Ooh.
Actually, this has some lemoniness to it to me. It's real citrusy, it's real lighthearted. Really a nice summer beer. Man, this would be the perfect thing after you've mowed the lawn. So
well, there you go.
We kind of make fun of lawnmower beers, but I don't know why. They're great if they're well made, and this is.
Thank you, sir. Try it yourself. Until next time. Cheers.
And happy brewing.
Come and visit us on the web. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of both our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs, Introduction to Extract Home Brewing, Stepping into All Grain, Low-Tech Lagering and Decoction Mashing, and our latest edition, Introduction to Wine Kits. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Write to james@basicbrewing.com, steve@basicbrewing.com, or just use the contact form on basicbrewing.com.
I like a little banana. That's what she said.